Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sydney. In this video, we are going to talk about some mistakes that people make when they're selling on Poshmark that actually really hurt their Poshmark closet long term. So you need to pay attention to these mistakes and make sure that you are not doing these, whether you are first starting out on Poshmark or whether you've been on Poshmark for a while. I see all people of all levels making these mistakes. Before we get into the video, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has ordered mystery boxes from me last week and this week. The tracking is still kind of crazy. I read on Instagram, someone else posted that USPS is about 20 days behind on delivering packages right now, which is crazy. But if you follow USPS on Twitter, they did say that they will be delivering packages on New Year's Day. So they are working to get caught up on their deliveries. I have been reporting the ones that didn't have updating tracking, so hopefully that will kind of speed things along. But if you have ordered a mystery box from me this week, I will have all of those shipped out by this Saturday. Obviously I can't go to the post office on Friday because that's New Year's Day and they are closed. But again, they did say they will be delivering packages, but I am shipping every single day, and thank you so much. I do have a few left at this time. I will link them down below in the description box and in the comments. If you would still like to get one, you just have to like the listing and I will send you an offer with discounted shipping. Also, my course comes out on Friday, my Show Up and Source course. So if you have signed up for that, I will be emailing you very shortly with the links to join the private Facebook groups. And if you would like the information on that, that is also linked down in the description box and in the comments. We would love to have you join us. All of that will be launching Friday, probably by 7 p.m. As I'm going through these mistakes that people make on Poshmark, definitely let me know in the comments below if you have made any of these mistakes or if you have any advice for people who are making these mistakes. I always love reading your comments, and a lot of times I love sharing them because they will definitely help other sellers. So leave me a comment down below if any of this resonates with you or if you have any questions or anything like that. Okay, so let's get into this video and these mistakes that I see people making that end up really hurting their closet long term. This first mistake is something that I actually did when I was first starting out, and it did hurt my closet very much. And that is following a lot of people. So you don't want to follow a lot of people on Poshmark. I was making the mistake of just sitting around and following everyone that I could find, literally just thousands of people. So you don't want to do that. That is going to hurt your closet and the Poshmark algorithm. That's something that you do not want to do. You don't want to get to a point where you are following more people than you have followers. You want to keep that ratio. You want to have more followers than people you are following. So that's also true on Instagram. So try not to follow a ton of people because that can really mess up your algorithm. And I greatly saw decreased visibility. I wasn't getting as many shares, as many likes. I wasn't making as many sales. So I do think it kind of confuses Poshmark a little bit. If you are just following thousands and thousands of people, it can also flag their software that they have to detect like bots and things like that. So you don't want to sit around following a ton of people. You can follow some people obviously, but that's not a great way of making sales. That's not something that you should be making a priority. Once you get to the point where you are a Poshmark ambassador, your followers will come automatically over time. And followers are just something that happen over a period of time. You can't dwell on getting followers. Most of the time anyway, the people who are buying from you are not following you. They are just searching for something to buy on Poshmark and they come across your listing and they make a purchase from you. So, following people is not something that you need to be spending a whole lot of time on. There are just better ways to make use of your time. The next thing that can really hurt your closet long term is selling items way too cheap. And I think everyone kind of does this in the beginning, just because most people don't start off doing this as a business. They actually start off doing this as, you know, just a way to get rid of some stuff from their closet and make a little bit of money for it. You know, maybe they want to make more than they would get if they were to take the stuff to Goodwill or to Plato's Closet. So people will sell things for like $5, $8, $7, and that's just not something that you want to do. You want to really research the value of your item. I highly recommend looking up the retail prices of your item and then basing your price off of the retail price. You can look up comps. Obviously, I look up comps sometimes, but a lot of my prices come from the estimated retail price of the item, because the reason you can't go solely off of comps is because not everyone is selling for as a business. So a lot of people are just selling stuff from their closet, like I said. So you can't compare your item to somebody who has just sold the item for $8 because they just didn't care how much money they made on it. So when you do care how much money you're gonna make on something, you want to price it accordingly. You don't want to just, you know, you don't want to get desperate for sales. So you want to price your items accordingly and make sure that you're actually making it worth your time to list things if this is something that you are going to want to do as a business. The next mistake that I see people making is they stop doing the tasks on the Poshmark Ambassador checklist. So this is a huge thing that I see in a lot of Facebook groups, people talking about it, how when they become a Poshmark Ambassador, their sales go down. And usually the reason is because before they're a Poshmark Ambassador, they're doing all of these things on the Posh Ambassador checklist to get to the point of being a Poshmark Ambassador. And then once they get to that point and they become a Poshmark Ambassador, they stop doing all the things on the list. So they go from being super active on Poshmark and, you know, on Poshmark all the time, on their closet, active in the app, to barely active at all. And you can't do that. You want to use that Poshmark Ambassador checklist as your go-to list of things that you need to be doing every single day. You don't want to, you know, go from being really active on the app and then you get to Poshmark Ambassador and then you just stop. That is going to greatly hurt your visibility on Poshmark. So, you know, refer to that Poshmark Ambassador checklist often and try to do as many of those tasks a day as you can, just to keep your closet active and keep your listings circulating, and that is going to increase your visibility more on Poshmark. The next thing that I see people doing that hurts their closet long term is they are not offering enough variety on Poshmark. So Poshmark, when I first started on Poshmark 6 years ago, it was just women's clothing. So we didn't really have a lot of options back then in terms of what we could sell. But now there are a ton of categories that you can list items in. And, you know, they've got the home market, they've got the men's market, the kids market, all these different categories that you can now list in, and all of that is an opportunity for you to make sales. So you want to be present in as many of those categories and as many of those markets as possible. That way, if you have a mom who's coming into your closet to shop with you, then she is able to purchase items for her entire family. And she doesn't have to go from, because shipping is so expensive, she doesn't have to go to different closets paying shipping multiple times. So she's going to be more likely to shop with you, or someone is going to be more likely to shop with you if they can buy multiple items from you. So you want to carry a huge variety of items in your closet. You also want to carry, the most variety of sizes that you can. That way you're attracting people of all sizes. People always ask me, do you ever leave things behind because of the size? And the answer is no. Just because everyone needs clothing. I used to work for J. Crew, and that was probably one of their biggest complaints, is that they did not have enough sizes to cover, everybody from petite to plus size. So you need to be covering those size ranges. J. Crew actually had to add an extra small size to their store because they started opening up stores over in Asia, and people in Asia are very petite, so they had to add that size to their clothing line because they were opening up stores over there. So you want to include everyone, and you want to carry sizes for everyone shopping on Poshmark. Another thing that I see people doing that hurts their closet long term is they try to sell solely boutique items. And there's nothing wrong with selling boutique items or wholesale items, but if you are trying to just sell boutique items, you're probably not going to make very many sales, just because most of the brands that are carried as boutique items are not well-known brands that people are searching for. So most people are searching by brand, so you would have to carry, you would have to cover a lot of keywords in your listings in order to make your listings show up in search. But because most people are searching by brand, they're searching for specific items that they want, only carrying boutique items is probably going to hinder you from making sales. So if you want to carry boutique items, I highly recommend mixing in some resale items into your closet, just so you have those brands in your closet to bring people to your closet, because most people don't know what the boutique brands are and they're just not searching for them. Most of the boutique sales that you see on Poshmark are people who are doing a lot of marketing and advertising, or they already had an online boutique and they are driving people to their Poshmark probably from their social media. So unless you have a very strong social media presence and an audience that's already in place, selling only boutique items is probably not the best thing for you to do. Okay guys, so these are my tips on things that will hurt your Poshmark closet long term. Hope that you are not making any of these mistakes, and I hope that something in this video helped you to better your closet and your business. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos, and I will see you in the next one.